Okay, this is a video portion of the corner concept clinic in the air raid, and the first step in this, I'm going to show you some actual clips of a 7-on-7 in early last summer. To give you a preface, this is our sophomore quarterback. This is his first 7-on-7, throwing against anybody but us, using the open grass reads mindset. We will go through this and talk about it. And so on and so forth. And I really wanted to show you these clips because this is like 1st of June in the summer. And then I'll show you some game-like clips from this season. One of the things I want you to notice is we're in a 7-on-7. The defense has 8 on the field, which kind of gives them quite a bit of an advantage because we basically put 5 in the route. They can drop 8. So we're throwing against the toughest thing that a quarterback can really face. In a game situation here, we're probably running the football, but I like to put us in some very difficult situations in order to process some things and do some things. So one of the things I want you to notice is we talk about in the book, if you're outside the red zone, our route stem changes from inside the red zone to outside the red zone. And because we're outside the red zone, you will notice that he's going to push this route, and then he's going to bank it right at the front pylon of the end zone. Later on, I'll show you when we're closer, we actually aim at the back pylon. But as you can see, a quarterback is going through his pre-snap reads. We've got the corner concept called to the left, and we got some our open grass stuff, basically when are you open kind of stuff to the backside. So we're in our rules, and let's look at this. Okay, at snap of the ball, you'll see we're pushing. And if you watch the defense in this clip, this is what we're getting. He sees his back turned now. He could hit the back right now out of the backfield. And again, early in the summer, we really hadn't got to this yet. So this is his first ideas of the open grass reads. So we're working it. As a coach, I'm standing behind him and we're working it. But what he's doing is he's making his first read. If we go back here, this corner is kind of what we call in kind of that gray area. He's basically, for all intents purposes, 4 yards off the ball. So is this some type of man too, since this guy's hard inside, and he's going to really give that safety time to get over the top and read the routes out. So my quarterback is looking, well, this is the only guy really, unless this changes, that can get in this grass where the corner route is going. So he's going to be able to peek this as he makes his drop. And if you really look at it, when he catches the ball, you can see his head. His head is looking for that grass. What's in this grass and what's happening? Well, the safety's flat-footed. Okay, we kind of got him in a bind. We got a wall by the outside backer. The corner is flat-footed, so his pitcher is going, I'm looking to throw the deep ball here. And as you can see, what I like about it is look at the stem. Look at the stem. He's aiming to that front pylon that you can see at the top of the screen where there's that last white line that you can see meets. He's got his head pointed to that stem, which allows us to throw this ball in a lot of space out here. All right, with the safety over the top, we can throw this ball to the sideline. We got a nice, safe throw for a big game. And that's one of the things that I talk about, and I'll talk about more. Okay, here's a little different look in this situation. They've backed off, so the pitcher has changed. We've basically got a 4 under, 4 deep, quarters look, quarter shell. So at the pre-snap, he's going to look, well, is there something in my corner route area? Because that's our first progression, as we talk about in the book. In the corner concept, the corner route's the first progression. He would identify that this player, more than likely, the outside backer to the concept, is responsible for the slant swing. So when he snaps the ball, he's going to go through his progression, and he's going to peek to make sure that the pitcher did not change. And when he hits his back foot, he's going to know where he's going to go with it. As you can see, we get a back out right now, but he's reading this progression first. He's seeing that the corner and the safety have bailed. That means that corner route is dead. by alignment, by coverage. No need to hang on it. He's now to his 2-3 read that he identified pre-snap. All right, and he sees that he's got his shoulders turned to the sideline and he's going on the flat. You can see our slant sit guy has got his eyes turned inside, looking for that grass to sit down in. And we sit down in this nice pocket over top of the flat, underneath of the deep, cap of the coverage, and we make a nice completion. Okay, and I will take that. In a game situation, I will take that all night long. Okay, again, pre-snap read, slow process. He has looked out here and identified, well, where my corner route is going, I got two guys here. Next thing I need to find out is, who is my flat defender? He is going to be responsible, that outside linebacker inside of number 2 is going to be responsible for the 2-3 read, the slant sit, and the swing. So now he knows when he snaps the ball and goes into the fast process, he is able to see it, get on it right now, throw the football. Nice completion. Okay. Moving on a little later with our back to against the wall, they went back to the same type of coverage we saw early in the film. Okay, some type of man two. Okay. And so with 8 players on the field, this is a tough thing. But we know now he's looking out. Pre-snap read, you can see his eyes right now. Pre-snap read, he's looking out and he's saying, okay, there's nothing in my corner area right now by alignment. The only person that can get over top of it is him. So when he's going to snap the ball, he's going to see how that safety works off that hash. Who is my flat defender? Well, since this is a man look, it could be him to him. Okay, it could be either one. Okay, but probably going to understand that the corner is going to stay on this slant sit because of the man look. So you're probably going to get the corner on the slant, the backer on the swing. So as we go through and go from slow process, as I just talked about, to the fast process, this is what we look at. And as we thought, they do exchange late. This picture changed. As you can see, his pre-snap picture that we saw just a minute ago. If we slow forward it, that corner's now getting in a little bit of a back pedal. They're going to wall to the flats. Okay, they're going to wall to the flats. Okay, but when he sits, you look at where he's at. He's got a tight window here. The corner is sitting. Safety's wrong. We put that ball to the sideline where he can throw him open. Okay, but what I like about this clip, if we go back and look at it, watch the stem of the corner out. Okay, the stem of that corner out is going to push 1, 2, 3, 4 on the stem right there. You can see he's going to stem that thing right off his hip. And that ball's thrown, and he throws him open to the sideline for a nice play. Okay, this is very early in the summer, our first 7-on-7. Okay, now, getting more of the look now that we got at the goal line. Now this corner's, he's probably 8 yards off. Okay, the difference is we got corner now called down here at the bottom to the back. We got a press corner. We got an inside leverage backer, a safety straight up over the top. Okay, so he's got to first identify, is there anything in my corner out area? Well, no, right now there's not. Who's my 2-3 read guy? Okay, so as we walk through this, we will be able to see exactly how this works. They're going to wall to their man on the corner, throwing the ball right there to grass. Okay, so basically basically they're trying to play some type of defunct man, but as you can see, he sees wall, backer lets go. You can see his eyes looking down the field. Corner's chasing, safety's wrong. Throw the ball for a nice play and nice catch. Okay. Here we are inside the red zone. Here we are inside the red zone. And as you can see, they're down in our face. And here we are. This is actually a JV quarterback running this, first year guy. He sees everybody drop off. First year guy, he's fresh out just out of 8th grade into the 9th grade. And we're working this with a little bit of JV players. Again, look at this clip here. We're getting the same type look again. We've got corner call to the right. We've got our when are you open and audible routes to the backside of the concept. And he's seeing we got a flat player. This guy's kind of in that gray area, so he's got to see, but he knows his safety over the top really has to see if this corner is going to bail into his corner route. Okay, corner chases. Inside with the slant. He lets it come on through. A little late there as far as I like it, but again, it's his first time ever seeing this. What I like about it is this corner worked off the hash real quick, and he got off the hash and got over top of that corner route. What I like about this receiver here is he's continuing to work inside. He's continuing to find grass. He sits right past the flat defender as we teach. If you really look at this. Okay, this corner bails on him, so he knows he's got a slant sit. He's getting his eyes on who's responsible for the swing route. So he's going to find out who's chasing the swing, and he keeps working, and then he sits down in the very first window. Okay, so he's got to really tempo that route to kind of understand exactly what we're talking about, and this is where we teach it. Okay, it's not man coverage for the outside receiver. He's turning in and he's looking which one of these guys is chasing that swing route. I've got to get past him, and I've got to sit down. You can see him throw his hands up immediately. Good ball, good catch. All right, like I said, I will take that over and over again. That's not a problem for me. Here we go in the red zone. I want to show you this. This is where we talk about it. Inside the red zone. Our aiming point for this receiver now becomes the back pylon of the end zone. We've got corner call to the right. Sometimes in a split safety look in the red zone, we'll call a post, a real quick post. It's basically a hybrid slant post to the backside to try to work this area off of this safety. If he turns his hips and goes quick, we'll try to come right now and throw that as a shot play in the end zone quick. But anyway, as we go through this, we're going to see that we're going to change the depth, and we're really going to push that safety vertical to clear that out, and he's still making the same open grass, slow process. Is where is my corner route? Is there somebody in it? Okay, who's my flat player? Who's responsible for the 2-3 read? And as you can see right here, because we get on the high side of the pylon, they're on wall 3. Ball comes out over the top of that back pylon. Boom. And as you can see, well, why did you throw that? If you watch this corner is sitting flat-footed when that ball is launched, there's a lot of grass in the back of this end zone that we're going to throw to. So we throw that ball out there. We let him go be an athlete for a touchdown. So that's probably one of the biggest things that we go over in those situations. Okay, here we go with some game film with the same quarterback from our varsity level. We got a lot of good game film. And that's one of the things that I kind of want you to see, because I think game film is selling the idea, and it kind of shows you exactly what we're doing. So what we're seeing here is this is the third game of the season. We're getting a multiple look from these guys. They're doing a lot. As you can see, we got a reduced 3-4 look out of this, and this team's giving us a lot of different looks. So we can see, as you can see, our slot here has got someone inside. Our corner is down at the bottom of the screen, and we're in the slow process right now. And what I like is if you look at my quarterback's eyes right now, he is looking. We've got corner call to the left. He is looking and he's identifying his routes. He's going through his mind what concept I've called and how I need to run it based on the coverage that I'm seeing. And that's probably one of the biggest things that we can use and go through is being able to see that. So as you can see, his eyes are out looking. He's thinking, okay, the corner concept is my first route progression. Is it dead or open by alignment? Who's going to be the flat player in this situation? Who's my 2-3 read guy? Is there blitz to the backside? Do I need to work my when am I open grass idea to the backside also to make them defend the whole field? So as we go through this, we can see. Okay, so as I said earlier, the first thing we're going to ask ourselves in the slow process, what is the first read in the concept? Is it open or not? By alignment. What is my 2-3 read and who is defending it? Where is grass going to be inside my picture? And that's probably one of the things that I preach about this concept that you have to understand. Okay, so as we go through this film here in slow motion, you can see as we snap the ball, his eyes are up. He's looking at that corner route. He is looking at what's going on in this situation. You can see the helmet of the slant sit coming in. Okay, and he had an idea. If we back it up right here, he sees immediately the 2-3 read has got his shoulders turned to the sideline on the swing route, and they're playing it like green dog out. And so I'm coming underneath, and I'm gonna hit that ball in the hole. Now, why did this read look correctly? I know we couldn't see it right off the bat because of the idea, but watch this. We can't see the corner because of the camera angle, but there's a corner standing over top where that corner route is going. So they got us 2-on-1 up top. The flat player screaming out. That leaves this inside backer having to get way out here. And then we're able to throw that ball right in the hole for a nice completion. Okay, for a nice completion. As you can see it right now. That's exactly what you want out of this. So that's kind of what we're looking at. We've also, in this situation, we've actually got corner called to the left. He has tagged the backside route on a post. So we basically got a smash or snag concept to the front side with our corner concept, and now he's got a post trying to really pick on the open part of the field because his safety was doing a good job of getting off the hash in this situation. So here we are working the backside concept. He's tagged the Y on a post so we can see this. Right there. And as you can see it coming under, that's a nice play, nice ball. Let's go back and see why that is. What we have been getting all night is we got like kind of quarters look up here. They've been putting a 9 technique to our back and playing games. And we needed a shot right here, as you can see. We're taking advantage right here on I believe it's a 1st and 10. We've just got over the 50-yard line, so I'm gonna take a shot at something that's going to hit behind the defense. He makes the read, slant sit. They've got us covered front side. All right, they've worked this backer out. They got too deep on the corner, and they've got that 9 technique screaming out, so they're rushing forward and dropping 7. But we've got a big area in the middle of the field based on our open grass mindset. We're throwing that ball right in the hole. Okay, for a big play. And so that's one of the things that we do in this situation in this offense. Okay, we've got the corner concept called in this area. It's first game of the season. This is our very first game of the season. This quarterback's very first start. And so what we have got here is that we've got the corner concept called to the left. Okay, and we have got our open grass reads at the bottom. Okay, we should have hitches or slants on the inside, unless he's audibled on something different. So we can make the read and see how this is going to look. So pre-snap, we're going through our slow process. As you can see, he gets his eyes to the corner. He sees we've got a bailing corner, a defensive corner on our corner route. He now gets his eyes to the 2-3 read. Okay, which is this player here, the outside linebacker that's walling. They're going to push hard in the coverage. He sits and throws the back. And we've got a nice play to the outside, taking advantage of what the coverage gives us. So if we really look at this from a standpoint, when we get to the point that we're looking down the field, he's going through his pre-snap progression post-snap. He sees that the flat player's dropping. The corner has really bailed deep into that route stem of the corner. The back's open right now. And you got a big play down the sideline. Okay, now we're getting our back involved in the offense. Okay, in this situation, this is a very good football team. We beat them for the first time in school history this year. They were very athletic in the secondary, gave us a bunch of different looks. We have got the corner concept called to the left. Okay, and as you can see here, our quarterback has went through his pre-snap reads. You can see him looking out. Who's responsible for the corner out? Okay, he's looking out here right now. Okay, he's getting a one-high coverage look. Okay, so he's got to really go through his progressions here. He's got to see how it works out. They're going to wall, and they're getting in cover 3. So they're giving us that one-high look. My quarterback did not know if they were in cover 3 or cover 1 that night. He's just going to go through his open grass, slow process, and then react in the fast process. So watch this. He's going through. He sees that corner. He's got his hips turned and is bailing. Okay, our flat player is looking to pick up the slant flat coming inside. He's got his back turned. We unload to the back, out of the backfield. This is going to be a big play down the sideline, plus we get a penalty. Okay, we'll take that, especially against teams that are more athletic than us. Okay. Here, same game. To give you an idea and a preface of this, our opponent had just went up 5 with less than a minute to go in the 4th quarter. Again, we have never beat this team in school's history. I've got the corner concept. This is 1st and 0, so it's the first play of the drive after the kickoff. This is this sophomore's first time he's ever been in this situation. In a big conference game, we had to have this game to win the conference title. And I've called the corner concept to the left. We've got our open grass. When am I open? Slants or hitches. And so we've got a hard press player here, so we can't run a hitch on the inside. We've got a loose player here, so we can, and he can audible him. And so what you can see as we go through this play is when he snaps the ball, he's going to make it. He's going to look. He's peeking front side. He's got his front side read. Now he's going backside because he knew pre-snap he liked that slant. And guys, the rest of this play is history for us. It's the reason we were able to win the first conference championship in 17 years. This is what you want. Somebody in a high tense situation being very comfortable because he understands the process that we use and the things that we do in order to make plays at crucial times in games. And there's your game winner. Conference championship, first time in 17 years. And if we go back, he went away from my concept because this team all night had been pushing basically 4 players to the concept. Okay, and we were in a situation where we could not run the ball against this 5-man box. We were out of timeouts. I know there may be some of you looking at film going, why didn't you just run the ball? Well, for 2 reasons. We were out of timeouts, and they were a little bit better than we were up front at this point in time, and they had just come off a big drive. They had been trailing the whole game. So I've got to do something that we're used to, that we're comfortable with, and that we can succeed at. And if you look right here, they pushed to our back. And he knows that there's a safety here that's going to drive. They've been switching up a lot all night long. And so he stands in there, he throws his slant, and he knows how to let things work. And that's, like I said, conference championship. Now, one of the things I want to show you back earlier, this is the second game of the season, this kid's second start. He's getting a different picture than we saw earlier when we ran the post to the backside. So we're running corner concept to the top. And he's looking at his pre-snap read. I mean, you can tell his pre-snap read. He's going to go back. and he's going to look at this right here, and that's probably one of the biggest things that we preach is I know what he's looking at. He's getting a slow process right now. My corner route is got a corner standing right there. That's not going to be too good. Where's my flat player? Well, they have been using this 9 to play games with us. Okay, so let's look. Pre-snap, slow process, post-snap, fast process. Okay, he's still looking. He snaps. You can see him get his head out there, back out of the backfield. Nice play up the sideline. Okay, good hard-earned 3 yards. I'll take that. I'll take that. So that's one of the biggest things that we have to see. Now, probably one of the things we say, what do you do when the picture really changes and things get crazy? Well, they do. We get a lot of different looks from people. Here, if we went through our pre-snap read, he's going to look because we've got corner call to the right. Okay, and as you can see, he's looking. He's saying, well, we got a corner open. He's probably going to bail on that. Here's my slant flat guy. So I got that. You can see right now he's looking backside because we got this quarters look to the backside. So he's thinking maybe I can go backside. Post snap. So let's see what he does here. You can see him scanning the defense. The ball is snapped. Okay, he sees the corner is deep where his route's going. We ain't got a shot. He's getting down to his slant flat read, his 2-3 read. But wait a minute, something has happened here, y'all. We haven't seen this before. I haven't practiced this all week because I haven't seen it. Who is this guy? We haven't seen this before at all. They've dropped a defensive end off to get to our back so they basically can get true 3-on-3 and match us and not be open in the middle on anything. As you can see on the backside, we sat down on hitch. He could have went to that right now if he wanted to. So let's look at this. What does it make? It changes nothing for our quarterbacks. It changes nothing. He can see that. And the pitcher is changing. So he lets his receiver work inside in that hole. And guys, we got a catch. And we got a big gain. So the defense is throwing something at us that we haven't practiced all year. Okay? They're going to drop a defensive end off. And you can see him working, throwing the ball right into the grass because he knows that route's coming. We get a big gain on something that the defense tried to throw at us. Okay? Similar type situation. We've got Y corner calls to the top of the screen. And we've got a quarter shell look here. This is a good 3-4 team, and they do a lot of things up front to try to change the picture for us as far as protection goes. But let's take a look at this. So in his slow process, he's going to identify my corner route by number 2 is going to run into these 2 guys. But who's playing the flats? You know, who's getting out on the flats is what I want to know. So in the fast process, we're going to snap the ball. He's still going to go through his progression. Immediately fired that ball right to the slant for a nice gain. So as you can see, as we go through this, teaching this, what I want you to be able to see is that we're able to go through and break stuff down and make it work in every situation, no matter what the defense is throwing to us, because we have broken this down into that open grass reads, and we've taken that walkthrough drill that I talk about in my clinics that are free online. You can find them at CoachTube. There's 3 of them. And you can find them at ronmackey.com's YouTube page. They're free. You can go in and watch how we install that walkthrough drill and how we install every concept that is available in our offense the same way, with the same thinking, and how no matter what the defense throws at us, we are able to exploit it and make the correct decisions at a high rate of speed. Thank you guys, and I appreciate your time.